Hello, so in this video I'm going to take a look at the fear of having nowhere to pull over when you drive. This is one of the most common things people say to me, so I'd say it's in the top 3 things that when people come to me to get help with the driving anxiety, a lot of people say this thing about when I'm driving and there's nowhere to pull over, I feel scared. So at the moment I'm fine because I've got this area to pull over in, but what people can't do is this. Because now I've got nowhere to pull over, I can't stop. What if my car breaks down? What if something goes wrong? What if I need to pull over? Danger, danger. And I start sweating and panicking and having a panic attack. Well, as I've mentioned in other videos, it's nothing to do with driving at all. The reason you got this is simply because you don't feel safe. And that's nothing to do with driving. You don't feel safe from a time previously in your life. So I'm now going to get into the far right lane. Well, it'll be the far left lane if you're in America, because a lot of my clients are in America. I'm now doing 70 miles an hour in the far right lane. So what? Who cares? This van should not speed up, but he probably will, so we'll have to drop him behind them. I've got a van behind being a little bit aggressive. That lorry's now moving back over again. Loads of stuff going on, people moving left, right, all over the place. So what? This van passing me was being a bit tight, not too bad, but they were being a bit close. That one in front shouldn't have sped up, because you're not supposed to speed up when someone's overtaking you. But I don't care, because so what? It happens, right? It's driving. But if you've got a fear of driving, like that lorry there going over the white line, that would terrify you. That lorry flashing the lights the other way, even that scares people. And it's because you're seeing danger that isn't there. As I drive now, I'm just thinking, so what? So what? That van in front's putting the foot down, you can see the puff of smoke coming out of the exhaust, the fumes coming out, that means they're putting the foot down. That might scare some people. It's because what's happened is over your life, as I've mentioned in other videos, if you haven't seen these other videos, please do check them out. Throughout your life, things happen. Like friendships break up, moving house, having children, relationships break down, whatever, and those things just build and build and build, and then they come out when you drive. Why? Because that's just how it happens. And as I've said in other videos, I don't get involved in the why. We don't really care why does it happen when I drive, why not when I'm in a plane. It doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. You don't need to know all the whys to fix it. And I recommend you forget the why, forget why this, why that, why that. Doesn't matter. This is what I focused on differently to so many people. I don't care about the why, it's just because you've got stress built up. That's all you need to know. Thinking about the why and coming up with all these theories and conclusions, and I think it's this and I think it's this, is wasting your time. If you go for therapy and you sit talking about driving, and the therapist will say, I want you to imagine yourself driving. Now imagine your car has turned into a white fluffy cloud, and on the cloud is a magical sheep whispering in your ear, you are safe, you are safe. I've got someone behind me now being aggressive, so what? That's their problem, they can just wait. I'm doing the speed limit, I'm going to come back in. Why didn't you just overtake me? It's their problem. I don't feel safe. I mean, I do feel safe. I don't feel dangerous. Now they're not even passing me. See, if you have a fear of driving, you would find that threatening, whereas I find it funny. I think, why are these people, why do they get right up behind you, pushing, 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 and then when you move over and slow down, they don't even go past? I just find it funny, not scary. I'm now going to go this other way. So if you've got this thing where you can't pull over, you may not even want to go this way. If you look at the sign up there, it tells you the middle, lane 2 and lane 3, as we'd say in England, because it's like 1, 2, 3 from left to right. Lane 2 and lane 3 goes a different way. This is the way I want to go. But people may not take this route because they say, I can't because I've got nowhere to pull over. And they start shaking now. Whereas if you're in that lane next to what we call a hard shoulder, like the breakdown lane, you'd probably feel fine. But now people feel panic. Oh no, I can't pull over anywhere, I'm stuck. It's nothing to do with your driving. It's old problems from your past coming out. So let's say now if I start panicking, shaking, it could be, I've heard all sorts of things, right? And it sounds crazy when you say this, but I've had people who had a fear of driving because when they went on a school trip as a kid, they dropped their scarf and they left it in the museum and they lost the scarf. And people say, oh, you're mad, how can dropping a scarf in a museum 30 years ago make you feel panicked when you're driving? You're crazy. No, I'm not crazy, I understand it, that's why. You see, that event caused them a lot of stress as a child. I don't know why, maybe because it was a favourite scarf or the parents bought it them or whatever. Again, I don't care about why, but that caused them a lot of stress and upset, and they were sad about it. Years later, that feeling comes out. Why? How? Who knows? Who cares? That's what happens. When I work with people, I know it works because we visit these old events, we find them, and then the problems are gone. Which proves that's what it was, because we found that, we brought it up, and the problem went. So there you go. So if you work it backwards, it always sounds crazy. That's the idea. Your mind thinks, why am I getting scared when I drive? Because I lost a scarf 30 years ago. It reconfigures the way it thinks, and you no longer get that fear. That's how it works. So please do not waste your time with exposure therapy, which is doing nothing other than making you feel worse, because you're just pushing yourself into the symptoms. You're not going to get better doing that, because all you're doing is firing up the fear and making yourself feel worse and worse and worse. So the way you get rid of it is, you can do it yourself, but it's very difficult because unless you're a therapist, even if you're following online hypnosis tracks, you won't necessarily know what to do. So if you want to overcome it, contact me through my website, firstdrive.com, and you can have it done in as little as half an hour or an hour. Sometimes it takes a bit longer. But thanks for watching. Check out these other videos, and I'll see you again soon for more videos.